Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. It's about that time. Let's go take that walk and see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Elysian, I think I'm pronouncing that correct, Elysian Brewing, and they are owned by AB InBev, which I'm not a fan of. They sold out. They grabbed the money and they run. I picked this up from Donovan and the guys out there at Serval Liquors, craftcity.com on the internet. I'm not a big fan of supporting the big conglomerates. I had some Malaysian beers sent to me. Dave sent me some of their stuff. They do produce some high dollar stuff with the wax on top of it. This may be the first one I've had since they sold out. Not sure what to expect. They did have a great reputation for producing some awesome beers, but now that AB InBev has got their hands in the pot, I don't know. I don't know what will bring with this here. So cannot get their beers here. Like I said, they're out of Seattle, Washington, so they don't distribute it here in Virginia, not this part of Virginia anyway. So we'll see what this one brings to the table. This is their Immortal IPA. This is a 6.3% by volume, and right underneath that it's got packaged 1/8/16. That is the only good thing when AB InBev or these big conglomerate purchase smaller craft breweries. They usually end up with some kind of dating machine so they can date their stuff. So, and a lot of times it will increase their distribution since they have their hands in the mix too. So that's the two things that it comes, the pluses that comes with it, but the minuses are usually the quality suppers and several other things. So we'll see what this one brings to the table. If you can't get beers from Elysian in your area, you can go to craftcity.com on the internet and place an order with Donovan and the guys out there at Serval Liquors. And if your state allows them to ship to you, they'll box it up and ship you beers right out to you. And they package them very, very well. So the only thing I'm going to tell you is that they ship by FedEx, and they have alcohol stickers on the box stating that there's alcohol inside, and someone has to be there when they deliver that's over 21 to sign for them. So now that that's out of the way, IBUs on this one, it says here is 65. I don't think it's printed on the bottle anywhere. Didn't see it, so I don't think it's on the bottle. This beer I have not had before. Says here, aggressive yet well balanced, the Immortal IPA is a Northwest take on a classic English style. Golden copper in color and loaded with New World hop flavor and aroma. So, first beer of the day. So let's see what this one brings. This is a bomber. It's a big 22 ouncer, so definitely nothing there to share. Food pairings for this style of beer is going to be your typical IPAs. Cuisine is curried in Thai. Cheese is peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp blue cheddar, your more stronger cheeses. And the meat is poultry, fish, shellfish, and salmon. And I will add grilled meat to that because just about everything comes off the grill. Goes great with a nice IPA. Glassware, typical IPA, pint, becker, nonic, tumbler, mug, stein, Seidel. I got my favorite glass, the Sovereign beer glass. And it says here, not recommended for extended cellaring, since it is a fairly low ABV beer, 6.3, and it's an IPA on top of that. You want to drink your IPA as fresh as you can get them. And like I said, this was done in January, packaged January 8th, February, March. So this is a little over, well, yeah, a little over 2 months old. I'm reviewing this on the 17th of March. So about 9 weeks in the bottle here. So not, and like I said, in my opinion, IPAs are the best the fresher you can get them. Once they get 3 months or older, they tend to get more maltier, and the hop presence fades away. So that's just my rule of thumb. A lot of breweries put 4, 5, 6, 8 months. Some of them even have a year on their IPAs, guys. So don't recommend buying an IPA that's 6 months to a year old. It's not going to have the hop presence that you're probably going to expect, and going to be a whole lot malty. A malt bomb, basically, is what I call them. So let's see what this one brings out. Don't think there's anything else we need to talk about, so let's pop the cap on this bad boy. Nice hiss. Tells me it's fairly well carbonated, so we won't pour it too aggressive here at the beginning. And if it doesn't produce a massive head, we'll kick it up a notch on the end. So, you people that are out in the San Diego area, drop by Serval Liquors and tell Donovan and the guys I said, hey, a little more than a finger of head on that pour, and it is a nice amber copper color. Well, it's a light copper. I mean, it's not a deep copper color. Your typical IPA color, tangerine orange. Good looking beer in the glass. A lot of bubbles streaming up, reinforcing that head. Let's get a nose on it. Now this is in the English style. Even though these guys are in the Northwest, they're going for the English style, which is a little more subdued in the hop presence and a little more easier drinking if you're not into IPAs. So definitely has a nice citrusy tangerine aroma. Little bit of pine, not much. I mean, I don't know what hops they use in brewing this, whether they use the Northwest hops or they use a typical European hop like a Saaz or Golding or Tetanang or something like that. Seems like they would try to use the Northwest hops since they're right smack dab in the middle of Northwest hop territory. Nice floral aroma. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Donovan and the guys out there at Serval Liquors. Hope y'all having a great day. I do believe the hops are a little more subdued than they would have been in January sometime. First couple of weeks, 3 weeks this was in the bottle. Very easy drinking. Alcohol is definitely well hidden. It does have a little stronger malt backbone than I would think it probably had in January. So, you know, and it's hard to base that on an English style, because the English style, the hops are a little more subdued anyway. They have more of the floral, herbal style. But it does have a nice citrusy aroma to it still. Very easy drinking. For somebody that doesn't like a heavily bittered IPA or double IPA, this might be a good entry level IPA to start off with the IBUs being in the 60s. It's not going to be quite as bitter as something that's in the 70s up to the 90s, so fairly easy drinking. So let's let it warm up just a little bit and let her have a glass of it, and we'll see where this ends up, guys. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. That's probably about 35-45 minutes or so. Kind of subdued for an American style, but for an English style, not too bad. The hops are not the Northwest in your face, piney, grapefruity pow. They are kind of subdued. And even though this been in the bottle since the 8th of January, and here it is the 17th of March, my personal opinion is it's getting real close to the end of its shelf life if you wanted a tasty of that hops. The 8th of April would make it 3 months, 90 days. And I would not purchase this beer after the 8th of April because the hops will have faded, and I'm sure they have a little bit now already. But it's still not quite a malt bomb. It's still fairly tasty. Alcohol's well hidden. There is some hop presence to it with the citrusiness in there. Just a slight hint of some pininess, but more floral, more herbal style of hops. So kind of citrusy though. So let's do the final chug here. With what I've tasted here today, my opinion on this is not an A beer. If I was to put a numeric rating on this beer, it would probably be somewhere in the mid-80s, 85 or 86 is where I would put this beer. So I'm just going to give it to B. It is a B beer. Not outstanding, not world class. A good entry-level beer, if you will, to try maybe an English-style IPA before you get into that full-blown West Coast style that's super pungent, piney, grapefruity, like I said. So, decent beer. I left a little bit in the bottom there. We can't waste any beer. Especially on St. Patrick's Day, which is what today is, the 17th. So, happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. But by the time y'all see this, I'm probably about a week out on beer reviews. So it will have come and gone. And I do have my green shorts on, so nobody's pinching my ass. But it's a decent beer, guys. A good entry level. But like I said, the beer's kind of past or getting close to its shelf life, in my opinion. So, with that being said, let's go over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says 86 in a very good range. That's about where I would put it. And over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says 88 overall, 76 in its file. So we're pretty close on these numbers, all three of us, me and both the Rate Beer and Beer Advocate. So it's pretty unanimous. This is basically a B beer. So if you've had this one from Elysian, Elysian, E-L-Y-S-I-A-N Brewing, let me know what you think of it. The Immortal IPA is what this one's called. Come on back tomorrow. Let's see what we can dig out of the freeze. See you then.